Apparently Robert Pattinson's trainers have been practically begging him to work out during quarantine and he has decided not to. Robert Pattinson refuses to work out constantly for Batman role because he doesn't want to set a precedent. He says that actors who lift weights all the time are part of the problem. After watching Zac Efron cry from eating pasta, I think Pattinson is making the healthy call here. One of the primary differences between Twitter and Tumblr is that Twitter gets sick of memes very quickly. Like there was a meme around using red flags and within less than 24 hours I already seeing tweets like this meme is old and overdone. Meanwhile here on Tumblr we are still dragging that poor color theory hospital post. My husband is playing D&D with some friends and told me to come look at the cat who is sitting in a chair like a person. My husband handed him a D20 and said, "Sir, you have to roll a stealth check to convince the other party members you are a human," and the cat immediately batted the D20 and rolled a 14. The party cheered for him. The final human player joined the table and they brought out a whole extra chair so the cat could remain at the table. He's now the party's official druid and just canonically in wild shape all the time, and therefore unable to speak common. God, I hate inflation. The financial concept, not the fetish. Love the fetish. Scorpions in my vagina. It's more likely than you think. Free PC check. Never in my life would I have guessed the original image would finally have a use. This is the original image. Eva Likey, The Throne of Bleached Skulls has a 70-page instruction manual. 1. Pull skull on skull. 2. Put skull on skull. 3. Put skull on skoo. O to be a henchman assembling Eva Likey furniture for the Dark One. 498. Insert mandible 651 into eye socket 359B to the second tricuspid. Damn it, the ribs are on backwards. What happens to nitrogen when the sun rises? It becomes daytrogen. I'm going to bed. Good nitrogen. Sleep tight Trojan. Don't let the bed bugs be Trojan. Dad kept hiding pine nuts in the pages of this magazine and letting Edgar root around for them. Edgar cannot be released to the wild due to an injury. He now works as an ambassador bird and general household nuisance. Edgar has added to his vocalization since I last saw him. He used to only say "oh wow" in a really sarcastic voice and to mimic the trill of a screech owl. Now he also screams "what" and mumbles "what a whopper." It was hysterically funny discussing politics with him in the room. We'd mention some new scandal and he'd randomly interject with cries of astonishment. Please let Edgar know that I love him. Why are mini M&Ms so much better than normal M&Ms? Because there's this thing called the square cube law, which basically says that as volume decreases, so does the surface area, but not as quickly by the square of the scaling factor, instead of by the cube, which means that smaller M&Ms have a higher candy chocolate ratio than normal ones. I was gonna call you a nerd, but that's actually kinda interesting. Me, man, you suck at this. 7-foot tall fairy creature I trapped in a salt circle and forced to play Smash Bros. Slurs in ancient Welsh. I'm not freaking letting TikTok teens be nostalgic for freaking Aeropostale. Skinny bro. Mandatory hair straightening 2007-2010 fashion. We literally rock bottomed in every freaking regard in those years, excluding the dance music which freaking ruled for no reason. You fell out of a plane. You survived, but you landed in the middle of a cult summoning circle. Now you've got this super crazy group of followers with ties in practically everything who keep calling you God. Plot twist. You are a god. You just don't realize it yet. Their summoning circle worked. I so wish Bob's Burgers was real so I could be a passerby. Your friends invite you out to eat, and you're like okay, and you show up, and the owner is standing out front screaming at the Italian guy across the street. You bypass him, and go inside, and you're like, isn't this the restaurant that got busted for serving human flesh? And your friends are like, yeah. You look at the chalkboard, and it says the burger of the day is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre burger, and you're like okay. There's a teenage girl under one of the tables and she's like there are two guys that appear to be a gay couple at the counter, and one of them has the worst toupee you've ever seen in your life. The other one is literally always here, like every time you've been here he's here. Your waitress is 9. At no point are you offered a beverage. Sticks my bare ass in a sewer opening. Oh no, I sure hope no demon clown tries to eat my It freaking killed him before he could finish this post. Worse. You lucky he holding me back beach on Antarctica, I woulda slept you. The idea of ghosts that moan may have been started by children that heard their parents having Shreks in an adjacent room and denied having heard it. The concept of transgender eggs is so funny, like sometimes you meet a cis person that you're 97% sure is going to realize they are trans in the next 5 years, but you can't tell them because that would violate the Prime Directive. Thinking so hard about how Kreese is the only human in town and how in the library there's a book called How to Raise a Human Child, a book made about humans but for monsters, and it makes Kreese so uncomfortable they shut the book as soon as they open it, and how every single time I search about autism on Google all the results say how to raise an autistic child. Every article being made about autistic people for neurotypical people. Alone in my wizard tower googling wizards kissing. Ahoho, images, hehe, I love looking at funny images. You ever just wanna take your brain out and BF, GF, too short, holds less direction, boyfriend, girlfriend, too long, people lose interest, beef, chief, perfect size, catches attention. I found myself in close proximity to Benedict Cumberbatch on Thursday. I asked him when Sherlock season 3 was coming out. Soon, before I die. He laughed. Thoughts on horses? I think those are called cowboys. How do you know you exist? Because if I was a simulation then my actions would be governed by at least a rudimentary logic, and let me tell you friend, they are freaking not. You are a credulous moron. How were you able to pick up that thesaurus with your twig-ass blogger fingers? I'm sorry finger eater, but you will find nothing of sustenance here. Every now and then a new seller pops up out of nowhere and I'm supposed to know who they are. Sorry bud, but that's just a guy. This is how people feel about you, as they should. Literally everyone is just some guy. I'm just a particularly good guy. When I saw you I was taking a bath. You what? I was taking a bath. When I first saw you, like I was stunned by your beauty. Do you mean taken aback? Yay. I like a song. I download it. Formaldehyde. Girl name. Asbestos. Boy name. Wow. Shreksism TW. This is the funniest tag. The way TH Massenders pulls off emo looks is so glaringly disingenuous to me that whenever my brain sees him in that horrid eyeliner this voice chants liar 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 and a siren goes off. How's the guy get popular for being authentically nice when his whole face is a falsehood? Bernie did what now? Don't pull this funny man crap with me, Dave. If Bernie from elections went emo he'd have so much e-boy swag he could blast that aforementioned Disney twink straight into the mesosphere with one whip of his wallet chain. I made Dave delete so hard not even the username remained. Bucket list. Frick. Build castle in Minecraft. After this list is completed my trachea will collapse and I'll die. I wanna do both at the same time, wahoo. I love Minecraft sauce so much, wahoo. And to be held is to be treasured. You're right. This looks like a freaking surrealist piece, I can't take this. Ronald McDonald's 3 weed smoking girlfriends. I'm so glad I looked at the notes. I was really about to reblog without this comment. Obviously if you have a lot of blood in your body the Draculus will be more likely to pursue. A child could tell you this. How does a hippie polygamist count his wives? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Tom and Jerry is so evil they just torture that cat for no reason. That rat deserves to be slain. Your best friends are my best friends too. I thought popcorn ceiling was bad. You got ice cream cone ceiling. Yes, cave core. Stalagmite queen. Jumping on the bed too high could be fatal. the primal urge to freaking smash these types of bulbs against the nearest hard surface and poison your home with mercury or whatever. You Shrexious frick for a schizophrenic. Why on earth would you say schizophrenic? Oh my bad, I don't know what agenda means. And I thought, because you said they them, that you thought you were more than one person. My bad, I don't understand all the terminology. I just got out of a 6-year relationship, I'm new to this. Gender swap coffin. The gender swap coffin is an interactable in Dark Souls 2. Located in things betwixt, it allows players to alter the Shreks of their character without the need to start all over again. Notes. Is protected by 2 ogres, one in plain sight, the other in hiding. The Dark Souls 2 gender coffin. Guarded by the Dark Souls 2 gender ogres. Extremely tired and burnt out, but in a mysterious and Shreksy way. Happy Friday, sluts. They don't even have a chair emoji. Tracy Spicer confesses that her first-hand job resulted in a pool of blood. Raises my hand in the middle of a crowd at E3 to ask a question and I say, is it going to be fun, and the crowd rips me to shreds right then and there. Intrigued? LOL. If not, just move along, LOL. Me taking a break from the internet on my computer to check out the internet on my phone. Describe your ideal work environment. Me. You seem like you're always pissed off. I'm not, it's just that I'm always angry. Same thing. Oh, now you've done it. So my teacher told us that 2 blue-eyed people can't have a brown-eyed kid, and this kid in my class said, but both my parents have blue eyes and I have brown eyes. The teacher said, so you're adopted. The next day the kid came in and told us that he confronted his parents about it and that they said he was adopted, but wanted to wait for the right time to tell him. Science ruining everything since 1543. Someone, you need to make a decision. Me, starts crying. Shout out to all the depressed comedians, dyslexic writers and colorblind painters. May irony never defeat us. What a beautiful person. And to the introverted theater kids, public speakers with social anxiety, and florists with allergies. Somewhere in the distance, Beethoven's ghost is applauding. Ate a dubious and really salty quiche before a class once, and it made me so sleepy I had my head on the desk fighting for consciousness, and I kept seeing images of horrible dogs with human teeth laughing at me, flashing into my head. Fell for the classic Benadryl quiche prank. If we were married, I'd pack your lunch with one of these bad boys every day. My friend asked me to make an image. Hold on, check out this freaking crap. Congress. Man, you caught me at an unusually stable time. I'm so sorry, LOL. I really am a crazy girl. I promise I've just had my crap together for a couple weeks. But seriously, this is not normal for me. I'm so embarrassed you caught me like this. Had a rhyme, usually in crisis, I swear. So I was wearing my best outfit and sitting in a coffee shop and no one fell in love with me. I'm a little fed up, TBH. Make some coffee and don't think about anyone, bro. I got soft banned from a local coffee shop because one time an old woman saw me sitting by myself and reported to the manager there's a Dracula sitting in the corner. Being asked to leave a physical real life area and calling it a soft ban is pretty good. As girls we should stop using the terms I think, if that makes sense. But IDK, we know everything, stop pretending you don't. Me, I love bees, they're very important for the ecosystem, and they're cute and make honey. A bee. Bus. Me, shaking and crying, please don't hurt me. He/they okay, here it is. Okay, oh, so you wanna use pronouns. Asshole, want me to respect your whittle pronouns. Oh, I'll use your pronouns, buddy, just to watch. Respect my pronouns. Freaking owned, I guess. Dude, crap. This snail will stop at nothing to kill you. He is immortal and can knock down walls if he simply touches you. You die. What is your plan on surviving? The snail starts 100 meters in front of you. What would your name be without those letters? DVD. Superior error chat, genetic failure. If someone can hear my thoughts, frick off yay. Women, I hate my hair, no products work for me. Men after using body wash or shampoo. Stomach, there's gum. What happens if you swallow gum? You must read it, admit it. Is that a cop or a suburban mom tailgating me car?
Howdy folks, I hope that you all enjoyed episode 351 of Top Tumblr Memes. If you did, feel free to drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And if you're able to go the extra mile in supporting myself and supporting the channel, feel free to click the join button next to the subscribe button and become a channel member. I would greatly appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is for you. And I'll see you all tomorrow with episode 352 of Top Tumblr Memes. Peace out, guys.